evening, my fellow Exorcists, and welcome to the Lair of the Film Exorcist. Tonight, we will be doing something a little different. Tonight, we will be taking a look at Star Wars: The High Republic, Light of the Jedi. 2 centuries before the events of The Phantom Menace, the Republic must deal with the threat of a massive disaster that threatens the galaxy and a new enemy that threatens both the Jedi and the Republic. Now, before we move on to my opinion, I'd like to announce that this video is sponsored by Animal, so go buy yourself some amazing low-priced anime merch, and if you use the code FILM, you'll get 5% off your purchases. And if you
don't use the code, the demons of hell will be at your door real soon.
Now, I know everyone has their favorite character or characters, but for me, I'd like to say that Buri Yaga, the Wookiee Jedi, is my favorite. Despite how small of a part he plays in the book. But despite this, he's very kind-hearted, and unlike most characters we've seen in the Star Wars universe, he's very human, especially with how shy he can get, especially during that one party scene, when he just wants to be back at the temple training, but he's stuck at a big party, and he's also afraid that nobody will understand him, because the huge language barrier between him and them. Which personally I can relate with because I feel very uncomfortable at parties, and because I either don't know the people or I don't know what to talk about, so like him, I try to go for the food table or I stay by myself. I also like how when he notices something is wrong, he'll put his fears behind him and do whatever it takes to help someone. Now, I think that's enough about him because I can go on for a long time talking about him and what I like about him, but I will say that I hope he gets his own story very soon. Now, for the Great Disaster, I will say that I think it took a lot of ideas from the destruction of Hosnian Prime and the other planets in the Hosnian system, which I actually find pretty cool, but really, I can't say much more because then that would be a spoiler. But really, this story is more about how the Republic deals with the disaster and not completely how it happened, which I'm fine with because it still leaves a bit of mystery despite them giving an idea of who may have done it close to the end. And I'd say even better would be the new villains, the Nihal. A criminal organization that wants to make a name in the galaxy, and while some people don't like them, I'd have to say I love how this book introduces them, and I can't wait to see what they do next, because while they're not the Sith, and they're not this big faction like the Confederacy or the Empire, they are just as interesting, and it's a nice change of pace. Now, I will warn you guys that this book does follow multiple characters, and it creates multiple point of views, but that's what makes this book great, because with multiple protagonists, you have multiple adventures that keep the reader on their toes, and it's also a long book, being over 40 chapters, but I still enjoyed it, and I do recommend listening to it on Audible, because it adds those great sound effects and soundtracks that we love so much as Star Wars fans. Now honestly, I think this was a really great story to start the first wave off with, and it's a great starting point for the next few stories, because like most great beginnings, it opens so many doors. So yeah, I'm giving this book a 10 out of 10, and I can't wait to review the next book, which should be A Test of Courage. And just so you guys know, I am also planning on reviewing some of the much older books, including the Legends books, so stay tuned and come check us out. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell for more videos. Have a great night, guys, and may the Force be with you always, and remember, we are all the Republic.